Hey everyone, welcome to Hear Some Fearsome. So today's video is gonna be a little hard for me to talk about. And if you don't understand, well then, I don't care. And whatever your belief systems are, I am 100% have no problems with. These are my own experiences, my own beliefs, and I think we all need to respect that. So today's video, we're going to be talking about my experience with something that has happened that honestly has changed my way of thinking. And I think you guys will be interested in it. A lot of you guys will understand and you may not, and that's okay. So with that, let's get into the video. So, I had lost somebody very close to me a few years back. And I want to say, actually, you know what, let's go back even farther than that. I'm going to go back as far as back in, 2003. Actually, 2002, which was a long time ago. Anyways, my sister's first boyfriend unfortunately passed away. He was very young. He was a freshman in high school. He had passed away in his bed. He had a heart defect, and we went to the funeral. It was tragic because we all thought that he was healthy and fine. It was, all right, hey mom, going to bed. Okay, love you, son. And he never woke up. Now, the day that we found out that he had passed away, my sister and I went over to his house and we actually sat on his bed. Now, his mother did not tell us yet exactly where he passed away. So when she told us when or where he had passed away on the bed, yeah, it kind of freaked us out a little bit. So we stay there with her. We go to the funeral. And about 2 months later, we were in, where were we? Yosemite National Park. And it was me, and it was a retreat with other family members. And when I say family members, I mean a Christian family. And none of them had the name Stephen. And my friend's name was Stephen. So one night, I'm watching TV, and my boyfriend at the time was taking a shower, and I see this figure just kind of goes like this. And for a second, I thought, what is that? I had never seen anything like that before. I just thought, okay, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the steam from the shower. Whatever. I didn't even think of anything beyond that. Okay? So then the phone rings. The hotel phone. I answer the phone. Hello? Stephen. I'm sorry, there's no Stephen here. And you cannot tell whether it's a woman's voice or a man's voice. So I politely say, I'm sorry, there's no Stephen here. Click, hang up the phone. About 20 seconds later, the phone rings again. I answer the phone. Stephen. Again, I'm sorry, there's no Stephen here. I hang up the phone. Now at this point, my boyfriend is getting out of the shower. So he gets out of the shower. It rings again. And he's heard it ring 3 times already. Now this time when I pick up the telephone, the voice it's louder, it's more agitated, and it's saying Stephen faster. Stephen. I'm sorry, don't call her anymore. There's no Stephen. Hang up the phone. So then we started thinking, well, wait a minute. There's no Stephen that we know of that is in our group. And most of them were all adults. So none of them's name was Stephen. None of them sounded like them. So we're like, well, who could it be? It just didn't make sense. All of a sudden, there's pounding at the front door of our hotel room. We are 3 stories high. I'm sitting on the bed. My boyfriend at the time, like I said, he had just gotten out of the shower, and he has his towel around him. He has no shirt on. He goes to the front door. As it's being banged on, bam, 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 he opens up the door. Nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nobody there. Nothing. So now I'm starting to freak out. He's freaking out like what in the world is going on? Like this is not happening. Like we're not dreaming. Nope, no, this is that. Then we hear in the back, we hear something being thrown, almost like little rocks being thrown at our balcony. Now, there is no railing in the balcony. We're 3 stories high and we're in Yosemite. Where we were at in Yosemite, we were surrounded by a long, huge creek. It is impossible for somebody to either climb from the sides of the hotel from another room to get to ours. It's impossible. And when you look out, all there is, it's just scenic. That's all it is. It's rocks, it's hills. It's impossible. And it's impossible for people to get to. So then what happens next? All of a sudden, somebody starts banging at the front door again. So what do? He goes up to the front door as it's being banged on, opens it. There's nobody there. Now, let's fast forward. About 15, oh gosh, let's just say, 15. So 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2012. No, I'm sorry, 2014. Year 2014, I had lost somebody very close to me. And he unfortunately took his life. We had found him. And that's when all hell broke loose. I mean, the story of what happened back in 2002, 2003 was nothing compared to what I was going to experience years later. Things were going so crazy in my apartment that we moved out of my apartment and moved because there was so much activity going on. And what do I mean by activity? Well, just like what you hear, what you see. Things that are moving that should not be moving. Things that you are hearing that don't register, that don't seem right. Things that are falling that should not be falling. So what did I do? I went to 2 different psychics here in Las Vegas. 2 of them were very, very well known, and I will put them in the description below. One of them was actually on Ghost Adventures, and I spent about a good hour and a half with her. And what she told me just it made sense. So, and not only her, but the first psychic that I went to, the things that she told me were the same things that Helena told me, the second psychic who I went to. And what the information that I was told was, I have a portal in my house, and that I have 8 different spirits that are constantly around me, that my energy is unique. Now, I don't necessarily feel threatened. I don't feel scared, but I know it's true from the stuff that has gone on. And since then, there was other people that had passed away that were completely healthy. There was nothing wrong with them whatsoever, and they're no longer here. And these things are happening to the point to where it was getting bad at my job, at my work. And even the girls at work started to notice this. My picture for my license would be on the wall. And next thing you know, it would be on the other side of the shop, or my our workspace. Things that have not been touched for years all of a sudden are on the other side in the back, completely shattered. Water turning on, turning off. The toilet turning on, turning off by itself. Things to where some of the girls at work wanted to quit because they're just like, nope, nope, don't want to deal with this. Like, if you want to do this, you wait till Erica gets here and I'll leave. But this has got to stop. And it got that bad. And that's part of the reason why I left my job. So, since then, and since all of that has gone on, yes, there are certain things that have happened in my home that I cannot explain. And just recently, my toothbrush, my motor toothbrush, likes to turn on and turn off on its own. There's one morning I walked in, I hadn't even used it. Hadn't even used it yet. And I hear it and I walk in and I see it. I turn it off. As soon as I walk out of my bathroom, what happens? It turns back on again. So I'm like, okay. So I walk back into the bathroom, turn it off. I walk back out, and the same step that I took when I went out the first time or the last time, it turned on. As soon as I left, it turned on again. So I'm like, okay, what is this? Like, I get it. I understand. You're trying to get my attention. And actually, just a couple days ago, I was watching TV. I could not sleep. I felt something on the side of my bed. We have a cat, and she does not sleep with me whatsoever. So I know this was not her. But I felt something on the side of me, and I went to kind of, take the blanket and, just swipe it, right? Swipe or whatever was there. And I heard something, but when I opened up my eyes, there was nothing there. As soon as I did that, my cat, who was in the corner, sleeping, got up and went crazy throughout the bedroom. Crazy to the point to where, like, when you have a string and a cat goes crazy over it because it's something new or it wants to play with it, she has a chattering high pitch to her tone when she sees something that is exciting her. And it was almost like she was chasing it from the corner out of the bedroom to the hallway. This is the God honest truth. There's no reason for me to come on here and to lie. It's not me. It's not what I believe in. And I would not want to say anything that I feel would disrespect anything to cause there to be any harm or things to happen with me or my family or my health. So there is no reason other than the actual truth on what has been happening. And that morning, I went downstairs because I couldn't sleep. I'm watching TV, and the back door by the garage just happened to open by itself. So I thought, well, maybe it's windy outside. So of course, when I get up, I do my little investigation, and I open up the back door, and I say, well, maybe the back door was opened a little bit, so it made the garage door open because of the wind. Well, when I opened up the door, there was no wind. And when I closed the door, there was no wind. So then, when I look to see if the door is open, when I look back, the door is open. There's no reason for that door to be open. But it was. And this was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So yeah, those are some of my stories that have, affected me. Like I said, it doesn't scare me. It never has. I love thrillers and horror movies. None of that stuff scares me at all. I've been tested. It doesn't scare me. And that's just, I don't know, that's just who I am. And I wouldn't change that. So yeah. So I guess to end this video, let me know what you guys think. And if you have, I don't know, experienced the same thing, and let me know. Because I'm not crazy. I know you're not crazy. Why would I come on here and waste my time for this? There's no reason for it other than for it to be the truth. So I do have plenty more stories to tell you. I only have so much time. But on the next video, I think you guys are going to be pretty excited on what we're going to be talking about. And I can't wait to talk about it. So that's going to be it for today, guys. And, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you should subscribe to my channel, blah, 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 like, whatever other people do. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. I'm here to talk about my experiences and to help other people and to just be entertaining, but do it in a good way, even if it is somewhat on the dark side. But it is reality, okay? That's just the truth. It's reality. So, I thank you guys for watching Hearsome Fearsome, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.